Hello and welcome to another Your Business Card Guide video. This is a CorelDraw tip about outlining text. Now many of you would think of that possibly in the terms of what's known as stroke, which is essentially being able to outline the text with another color to help separate it from the background or just simply add a visual effect. So for example, on this cover photo that I'm doing, I have my Triumph motorcycle here and I want to have the logo and I want to outline it to make it stand out just that little bit more. With Corel, it's pretty straightforward. You can simply highlight the object or text, come over to the color of your choice, and right-click it to select an outline. Now in this case, this is an object, so I have the ability to change the size here, or I can double-click down below here as well and bring up the dialog box and change it. I can swap the color out, I can swap the style. You can go with different corners or lines, again, depending on the effect you want. In this case, I just simply want to make a nice white border to help make it stand out a little bit. So I'm going to bump this up a little bit. Let's say 8. I'm going to say OK to that. And you'll see that what's happened is it's taken away some of the space, but it's giving a nice little line of separation, which works out just nicely. However, in some cases, you need to make sure there's one selection made to help you get over one of the hurdles that can occur. So let me add a little more text just to give an example. So one of their taglines is to go your own way, and that's very teeny. Let me draw that up a little bit. And I'm going to change it to something a little fancier. Let's go with brush script there. Make that a little bigger. And again, I want to separate that from the background. And so I'm going to go over here. I'm going to right click it to add some white. And at first you look at that and you go, okay, that's not too bad. It doesn't really stand out as of yet. So I need to bump that up. So you come in here and you go from hairline up to, let's go 16, because we want to really make it almost like a, it's painted on there. So I'm going to hit OK to that. And it's like, whoa, what happened? Well, this style of outlining, is coming in from the edge. So it's basically, mashing over the top of everything you've got going on, which is, not useful at all. There's two tricks you can do. And the one is useful in some circumstances, not so much for text, but for other things. So I will show you both just so you can see it. So let's kick this back down to none. I could have also done a right click here in the box here, so let me show that again. I've got the outline there because I've right clicked the white. If I right click here, it goes away, which selects none. So one possibility is to simply make a copy. That's Control D, and then I'm going to line up both of those. So I'm going to select both and do an E and a C so that it centers it both vertically and horizontally. And now I select the one below, I right click that one, and now if I come in here and kick this up to 16 again, it makes it extra thick, but on the bottom one, okay? So the top one's not affected. It sits on top covering. So that's something you can do. You don't need to do that with text, but I wanted to show you that technique in case you want to use that in another application, okay? So I am going to remove that guy. I don't need it. So I just have this text back again. Okay, so I'm going to right click it on the color I want. Again, it's going to be white. And I want it to be 16 because that's the design I want. So I'm going to come over here and kick this sucker up all the way here. Now instead of just hitting OK to that, I am going to select this little option right here, Behind Fill. This gives us that same effect as if we had done this second layer and did the line on the second layer. I'm going to hit F4 so you can see it. So now I've got a heavy-duty outline, but it's not coming in and affecting the actual text at all. It's essentially growing out, not growing in. And again, so for text, that's a really great technique when you want to put text on top of a photograph and you want to have it sort of separated. You can just do an outline, and again, it's a stroke, okay? So it's an outline around the outside of it. Make sure you hit the Behind Fill option, and that's all you need to do. Thanks again for watching. See you next time.